Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Mossy aka Typex Trades, and today I'm just going to do another trade preview breakdown. And yeah, today's Wednesday, the 23rd. And let's go ahead and just jump in straight into it. So, only took 2 trades on SPY today. The game plan was a long thesis um, above this pre-market high level here. Originally 440, but didn't really get the best entry. Wasn't feeling too confident for this risk to reward, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, didn't have a good entry here, so I didn't want to chase it. But yeah, so coming to the bigger time frame here, to be honest with you, we could look here, forming a trend line here, and I was looking at this and I was like, okay, you could bounce here, right? I mean, it's kind of like a trend line here, making higher highs, so potential to bounce here. I was just waiting for a psychological level of 440 to clear for buyers to really say that they are interested in, holding this level and going to the upside and all that. But obviously, of course, I was expecting a rejection as well too, so like I wasn't gonna be surprised if it came in as well or not. Open to both sides, really pretty tricky to trade, especially when in this little area here, to be honest with you, like considering that over here was kind of tricky as well when we were hovering around this area. But yeah, so that was basically the plan. I had a pre-market level as well highlighted. If we go ahead and look here, 440.67, this was the pre-market level, and that was basically it. 440 calls above 440, and we cleared the 440 really nicely, but I didn't really get a good entry here. Like I didn't really see a good entry, to be honest with you. Or maybe there was a good entry and I was just not paying attention that well, to be honest with you. And could have been here, to be honest with you. Good entry, entering at 440.15 and then stop loss right below that. But you know, I wasn't paying attention at the time. I don't think I was really just tuned in, to be honest with you. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the first trade here. So first trade here above the pre-market high of 44.67. Entered here, noticing the break of 44.67, entered right here and right at this candle here, and the stop loss was right below 440.67. Got stopped out, exited again, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll look to re-enter, but I still believe in the setup because it was holding above VWAP and all the EMAs beautifully. And yeah, I mean overall, dumb entry, to be honest with you. So yeah, entered here again on this candle here, and I was like, okay, held it for a minute, and then I exited pretty much right here. I didn't really like how I was holding it. I usually don't like to hold, to be honest with you, I usually don't like to hold trades like longer than 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So I didn't really see the move happen. And as you guys can see, SPY here pretty much consolidated here before sending it to the upside. So you guys can see here, I guess you could say maybe it's a bull flag here. Let me remove this. I guess you could say maybe it's a bull flag here, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really see a bull flag here. It's not, it's like a kind of like a consolidation. Um, Yeah, I guess you'd call it a bull flag, but yeah, it's more like a consolidation type of triangle pennant breakout. But yeah, um, exited here last trade and just pretty much called it a day. I didn't really like how Apple was rejecting as well. If we look at Apple, I don't usually use Apple too often, but when I peeked at it, I was like, it's approaching that 180 psychological level. Like in here, it was having trouble holding it. Where was it? Rejections here, and overall, it was just hovering around here. And I didn't really like that, so yeah, but then as you guys can see, it's scented. So either way, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Two simple trades here, nothing too crazy. Long thesis worked out correctly. It was just simply my execution. I had a poor entry too. I really need to focus on my entries because it's going to be, I don't want to be doing this when I'm with bigger size, and I know it's going to cost me if I do this with bigger size. I'm lucky that I walked away only minus 13 on the day for my small account. Pretty much gave back my, Tesla gains from Monday. So yeah, I mean it is what it is. Obviously it's not okay, but I need to get better. Yesterday's risk management in terms of position sizing was very not the best. And yeah, I mean just focusing on that and really having tight stop losses. Entered size smaller because of that loss, so entered one contract and then re-entered again. And I think I'll keep doing that, just sizing one contract. And if I size bigger, if I size more contract, it'll simply just be under $1 because these are contracts that usually play around $1 area to 130 and 150, etc., etc. So yeah, I try to make it only 2 to 3 trades max. And yeah, to be honest with you, that is pretty much it. And yeah, thank you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.